from this to this. In this video, we're just going to focus on the main parts, which is how we did the tiling when it wasn't tiled, how we disassembled the old vanity, how we put the mirror on, and how we fed the electrical, how we went all the way underneath that whole wall, fished it out for our smart bidet, and now we have an outlet behind the toilet. So you're going to learn how to do all that today. So if you're thinking of doing a renovation, an LED like that is a super simple way to upgrade your space, and you're going to increase the value of your property. Stay tuned for the whole video. First step is we're gonna go remove that. So everything is removed, cleaned up. We're gonna open up the brand new mirror. This is model XMRY28628US. V1. Because the mirror is 32 inches, it's going to probably finish about here. So if we are missing any pieces, we have the Alaska gray spit face. It's a really nice small thin cladding. You want to Google it on the internet. Do you guys think that you've seen this look before? You guys are right if you've seen my other videos. We've used the larger versions of these. These are not called Alaskan spit face. Right here. And this is the white version. I've even painted these. So this is what it looks like when it's painted black. This is a double LED slim touch control mirror. And these are the metal anchors. The LED lights are on the outside, so the light is gonna diffuse out. Now this particular mirror plugs in right in to the socket. We're gonna cut this wire and we're gonna hardwire it right in there. I'm gonna show you how to do that. These mirrors obviously come in rectangular and different sizes as well. We are kind of going to do something similar to this. We're going to get rid of this whole thing. And we are going to do this kind of a wooden open cabinet. Okay, so this is the mirror. It's got two rings. The rings light is coming through this little strip that's going all the way around. You got three buttons on here. The brightness, you press to turn on and off. See that? On, off. If you hold, you change the brightness, dimness. See that? And this will change the color of the light. See? I like this one. This is defogging. So we know that it's 26 5/8 from the very bottom edge to this screw hanger. And this is where it's gonna rest. So we just made it up to here. So we're gonna essentially just need to tile over this little section, but we're not gonna have to move it, which is perfect. And we're gonna need to tile this section over here and just a little bit over here. Now we have marked out what we're gonna be pre-drilling. This is 1.5 inch off center for these brackets. Place the screws in, and perfect. Let's just go and lift this. We dropped it 2 extra inches. So this section here we're gonna tile over because we're not gonna need that. So I forgot that the bidet needs a power cable, and I figured I might as well do an extension for the portable vacuum. So then the power is gonna be behind the toilet. Okay, so we found an extra 14 gauge cable. But an easy way to fish this, especially if you're gonna be patching or tiling underneath, is basically find a space between two studs. So it's basically all here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep feeding it. We're gonna make a hole here, pull it out, and then keep doing it. Since we're patching this up, it really won't matter that we're making holes in here. We'll just do a quick spackle, and when we put the mirror on, no one's gonna see it anyway. So let's go and go put this in, and then we're gonna pull it out about here. Come on, there we go. Now we're gonna do another hole from there, and we're gonna come out underneath here. Okay, let's go back in, and let's feed this lower now. All right, and there we go, the very bottom. So now I'm going to show you how to go and create an extension. So take your extension cord, cut it the length that you want. All right, so we've cut this. This goes bye-bye. Let's strip this, and then we're going to connect this to here. Now to connect them, we're going to use these. These are like rubber electric vinyl. So this is protects against electricity on the outside. All right, so we're going to take this big black tube, and then we're going to slide this over both. And now we're going to take individual ones, place one red one over, and then one black one. Now we're going to take these and we're going to connect them to those. Now we're going to move these tubes over both. Okay, the next tube on, and this just wraps everything. Let's push this big tube over everything. Just wrap this around everything. perfecto. Now we're gonna hook that up. I'm gonna preface this by saying do not attempt to do this if you're not an electrician, if you don't have your breakers off, okay? But here are the basics basically of hooking up electricity. You have usually the 14 gauge 3 wires. One is the copper. This is your ground. So this can has a ground right there, right? And then so you're just gonna unscrew that, and then you're gonna loop this underneath and you're gonna connect it to there. That's gonna ground the wire. Then you have your white, that's your neutral. You're gonna strip this, connect it to that one. So you're gonna remove that cap, brace them together and screw it up. And then the final one is your hot. And this is the one that contains power right there. So we're gonna go and hook that up to this one. And then we're gonna have power coming out of the bottom. So let's go and plug our toilet seat. No power. So something's off. Okay, nothing, no power coming. Okay, so we diagnosed an issue. We have a GFCI for the entire downstairs in here, and this one's got these 2 test buttons. So sometimes when you actually toy around with like any sort of receptacle by default, this will kick in and push itself out, so you don't have to go downstairs and reset the breaker. Because we were working on the live power, by the way. So when we press this, that turns off the power to this. When we press this, there we go. And now we should get power. So now both receptacles, the power is coming in here, and now we should have power. See, now we have power. Before we didn't have power, and now if you plug something in, we should have power. And you can see we have power plugged in here. So this is the cable that goes under here, see? There we go. I think it's working. Yep. And it works. All right, so the last thing, I'm gonna cut that and hardwire this to that. 3 wires. So we've stripped this. Once again, unscrew that screw and then just kind of wrap it around and then screw this in. All right. Let's connect our neutral now to the mirror. Let's connect our black. There we go. So it all works. So now that the mirror is in, obviously we have to tile it. So we're going to outline right here. We're going to outline exactly where we need to do the tiling. This side is good. Behind also just an extra 3/4 of an inch. We're going to go and do a tile. There we go. So not too much. I think I should have enough. So we've pre-cut the edges here. You do need to put glue on everything because these are individual, and all that's holding them together is this thin mesh. We're using this is the Acro Pro ceramic tile adhesive. It's for floors and ceilings and it works on every tile. Just spread it and set it. All right, so these tiles are very light. We also don't have a proper trowel here or anything, so we're just gonna go and make our own grooves here like that. Again, very thin, light tiles. And bang. Just make sure you line up. If you're trying to line it up with some previous tile, it all lines up correctly. You're gonna note what I did here is I took out a little piece here and there, and here, so there is some sort of a way we can join this together later. You can see that everything is dark, but as soon as I walk in, boom, everything turns on, including the bidet. Because we have a Casa smart switch, there's an occupancy sensor, so it will turn on as soon as it senses motion. This is the fan, so the fan actually turns on automatically and it stays on for about 3 minutes, and so did the mirror. So this is the final look. Remember, buying a tool is much cheaper than hiring a contractor. Do it yourself all the way. That's the video. Thanks for watching.